Hello, it is Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine, even though it may not be Valentine, it probably won't be Valentine when you're watching it, but still happy Valentine to you. So it is the night before I am doing this presentation. I've procrastinated as long as I possibly can. I have not looked ahead to see what I'm about to show you. So know that whatever happens is a true legitimate search of shopping for airfare. I haven't like pre-sought anything out. Whatever comes up is just what I would be finding if I were doing my nightly airfare search. All right, so what you need to do is you need to go over to skyscanner.com. They have an app, but I really prefer the website. It's maybe a personal preference. Obviously, it is a personal preference, but I really have a lot better time on the website. So even when I'm on my phone, I just go to skyscanner.com from a browser. All right. So basically, what I want to do is I want to change where I'm going from Houston, and I don't want to go to Sydney necessarily for this example. I want to go anywhere. So if you just click in like the space bar and it'll automatically, this thing will pop up that says can't decide where, or you can just type in everywhere. Other thing that I want you to do, and this is really important, even if you're 97% sure you know what days you want to fly on, I really want you to change your search to the whole month of when you want to go and when you want to come back. All right, so I am probably not going to be traveling internationally until Thanksgiving, so I'm going to just go ahead and look for the whole month of November. And there will be three of us going. There will be two adults and one child who will be 8 years old at that time. That's already there from previous searches. And I'm going to click search flights. It's really far out from November, so we may not get a whole lot of activity, but I do want to point out to you that the best time, in my opinion, for teachers to travel is spring break. And wow, I already see something amazing. Look at that. Hong Kong, $355. That's the round trip price, y'all. Round trip. Book that today. Like for real. So what I was saying is spring break and Thanksgiving are excellent time for teachers to travel. And the reason it's such a good time for teachers to travel is because those are specifically American holidays. So if you're going internationally, you're not competing with people coming back from Hong Kong wanting to celebrate Thanksgiving. Also, they're not necessarily wanting to celebrate spring break, or they're not wanting to celebrate that. Summer is summer at high season pretty much all the time, all around the world. And that's true even although you might be able to find some better deals in summer to like Australia, the other side of where it's not summer. But Christmas is Christmas everywhere in the world. So I really like Thanksgiving and spring break. All right. Anyway, so I've already seen a deal and I'm really excited about this Hong Kong for 335 round trip. I have never seen it that low. So that's super exciting. And I'm just gonna look at this South Korea for $404 round trip. I have never seen that low either. So Thailand 516 round trip, that's a good deal. I've seen it close to that cheap. Australia 522, Spain 543, Netherlands 567, Portugal, that's a good deal for Portugal. They don't usually go on sale, 571. Peru, that's actually a little overpriced for, I would say. France, it's not a bad deal. Anything less than $600 round trip to Europe, assuming it has your bags included, I think is a good deal. Anything to Australia for less than 700 is a really good deal. Anything to Asia for less than 600 I'm happy about. And this is actually a really great deal to South Africa. Anything less than like $700-800 to Africa is a good deal. Africa is more expensive to get to. So this was a great luck that there are all these really good deals for us to look at right now when I just randomly chose to hit this recording. Sometimes I'll do the search and not much will excite me. But right now I'm like super excited about all of these deals. Um, I haven't been looking every day like I usually do because I'm not in the international market to go on a trip for a while. Just because I have a companion pass for Southwest Airlines this year, so I plan to fly mostly in America. But I'm going to check out this Hong Kong deal. I've been to Hong Kong. It was amazing. I love it. There's a Disney there, by the way. Um, it's totally safe, a great place to take kids and show them a completely different culture. However, there is English everywhere because it used to be a British colony. So it's truly a wonderful place to go. Hey, Google, when is Thanksgiving 2020? Sorry, I don't know when it is. Okay, perfect. So we want to be leaving this day, or this day would be fine. We'll say we want to leave Saturday, and then we want to return, let's see, we want to return, we don't want to return here because that's going to be expensive, but look, if we return the 28th, that is pretty cheap, 371 round trip. If this comes up and then you're going to search, and it's just going to search all the different airlines, and it's going to come up with what they think is the best, depending on like the layover, and then also what they're finding the cheapest. 608 so far, 589. Let's see if they really find this $300 and something. 589 to Hong Kong is a good deal though. Especially considering it's over a holiday. All right, so it's searching. All right, so I want to talk for a little while. It's not finding the 300 and whatever deal so far. So I have flown Air China. It was fine, except for there's one thing on Air China. They won't let you use your phone at all the whole trip. You can use like an iPad or something now. That's their only weird thing about Air China. All right, so Air China to Hong Kong, and then let's look and see what our layovers look like. We're going to select it. So we're gonna have a 3-hour and 5-minute layover in China, which is actually a good amount of time because you don't want to get stuck in China, although there is a 3-day free passport. Oh, and this is really interesting. I wouldn't pick this particular flight because it's a 9:10 p.m. stop in Beijing, and then you have to get back on at 3 p.m. So you'd have to be back at the airport by 3. But I would be really excited if this were like a 9 a.m. to like a midnight stopover, because you can totally get to the Great Wall of China and back in, 1 day travel time from the airport. And that would be a great, amazing extra stop. So what my point is, don't automatically be afraid of these long layovers because, first of all, if you're saving thousands of dollars in airfare, one night hotel is maybe worth it, $100 for a hotel room versus thousands of dollars in airfare. But secondly, if you can time it right, and you can't always, I'm going to come back and see if I can find an example of this. If you time it right, you can get like an amazing stopover. So let's see if I can find what I'm talking about here. Yeah, again, that's overnight, but you get my point. You can just like look at the different deals and hopefully you'll be able to find one with the stopover times that are conducive to what you're wanting to do. All right, well, not right now on that. Okay, so we didn't find the 300 and whatever dollar airfare. It may have already sold out. It may have lots of different things could have happened. So what I do is I just kind of play around with my days. But like I said, 589 is not a bad deal. I certainly wouldn't like scoff at it, but I'm gonna keep playing around with days because 1 day difference can make hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in difference in airline prices. So you're probably asking yourself right now, well, it advertised 387 and there's no 387. Like I said, well, I haven't said it yet, but I'm about to say it. airfare is constantly changing. So by the time I am doing this presentation tomorrow morning, um, all of these prices may be different. They may be sold out. So don't get too upset, at a company who's providing this free service for you. Somebody did find that airfare deal for them. Within what they say is the last 10 days, but that doesn't necessarily mean that when we're doing an active search, they're going to be able to find it again. But it's still, and this is something that takes a little bit of work and time. I'm not going to say that you're going to like go to Priceline one time, find the deal of a century, and then go. That might happen for you, and I hope it does, but it definitely, in my opinion, is worth playing around with it and trying to find just the right things. So far, I haven't found anything that I would go for Hong Kong. So what I'll do is I'll just go back to skyscanner.com. Maybe I want to go somewhere else. I don't really care where I go. I mean, to some degree, I care where I go, but mostly I just want to go somewhere amazing and have an amazing time with my family. So I'm going to change this back to everywhere. Again, I'm changing it to the whole month. And sometimes when you change it to the whole month, nothing's going to be cheap for Thanksgiving week or whatever. Well, you just have to keep looking. This South Korea, I'm really interested in that. I've never seen it for $404. Like, I don't know that I've ever seen it for less than $600 or $700. South Korea has never really been on my radar before right this second. So that means that I've never seen it at a price that I thought it was worth. I'm not seeing the exact deal they're talking about pop up. Again, November is really far away. If you were to change this to, it'll be more expensive probably, but let's change it to March. More dates are going to be populated. The reason why more dates are going to be populated is because more people will have searched for March than they will be for, almost a year away from now. So anyway, that's the reason for that. All right, I think that pretty much covers the basics. I am going to go just play around for a few more minutes if you want to see how I'm doing it. Like I said, I'm going to go back to November, and I'm still in this North Korea deal. And just for fun, I'm going to see if anything populates for me the week of Thanksgiving. And nobody searched it, so maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll see. And then, like I said, if you really want to know, like let's say you really want to go to Seoul. You do specifically want to go there. One time I really wanted to take my daughter to Italy because she wanted to go to Pompeii. So I literally repeated this process every single day to see about Rome. And finally, one day there was a sale on from Houston, and I wanted to go during spring break because my husband was going to be working. And that's when I wanted to go. I went back every single day for 2 or 3 months, but I finally found a deal for less than $500 round trip. So that was worth it for me. Here's 646 to Seoul. I've never noticed it for even that cheap before, so that's cool. I probably wouldn't book it at 646, but I would start playing around with like dates. What if I came back this day instead? Things like that. What if I left on this day? And you can also just like kind of click through days here. I like to see the whole map. I don't really know why, but I do. So I'm just going to play around with it and see if I hit on something good. One thing you need to know about these airfares on Skyscanner is if you see something amazing, buy it. These sales can literally last just a few hours because, I mean, if you get a great deal, then like other people are going to be buying it. And also the airline's not going to offer a great deal for too long of a period of time. So in sum, I didn't tonight find anything that like I would just buy exactly immediately tonight. But I mean, we did still see some pretty decent airfare that would be worth considering. But this will get you started. Again, it's a question of time. Is it worth 10 minutes a day for you to check into this to be able to save thousands of dollars, or you just have the opportunity? To me, it is. When I'm looking to travel international, I pop onto Skyscanner, like once a day. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. And if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. All right, bye.